Hello, welcome to another video with LeeAnna at Chronic Inspiration. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Got to do this. I just look so much better with this knot on top. How many, I know I'm not the only one, how many out there, tell me in the comments if you like it better on top or in the back. I go with on top every time. I'm coming back because my notes here. I was editing this video, the one I previously recorded, because this is the second attempt, and I realized that I looked high as crap. And it wasn't because I was high. I had anxiety meds in me, but my eyes, I could not keep them open for anything. It was horrible. So I decided to re-record it. So what we've got is the intro first. Hello, I'm LeeAnna with Chronic Inspiration. If you're new here, welcome. I am a chronic stoonie myself. I think this is crooked. There we go. And I decided I wanted to help other women by inspiring them and encouraging them on their chronic journey. So that's why I started Chronic Inspiration. That's why I started a YouTube channel, so I could reach more people. But unfortunately, it's not reaching more people. So if you could possibly like and share this video, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, but share it. Share it to your friends. If you know anyone with a chronic illness, have them, direct them to my YouTube channel, or my website, which is in the description below. I have been doing these for about a year, and I just really want it to reach people. So if you could pass it on, that'd be perfect. So, okay. So like I said, all of my information will be down in the box below. And my information is my story is I've been through one chronic illness, then another, and illnesses from one to the next to the next. And finally, then I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia in '06. And then everything just started rolling from there. And then I ended up I have sleep apnea, which is untreated because I keep ripping the mask off in the night. I have anemia, which if I don't take iron, it really affects me. I have a thyroid issue that I have to take medicine for every day. I have depression and anxiety, which are just a bear to deal with every day. And then I have the fibromyalgia, which for me, what comes with fibromyalgia, this is the thing, it comes with all kinds of other little side conditions. And I have extreme fatigue and weakness. Then my body decided that it was pretty much done, and I went to heart failure. Okay, so then that brings me to 2015, when my dad passed away. And after that time, I started getting very ill, and so did my sister. And so we were both on our own different paths. And she actually ends up with fibromyalgia as well. But my path was, what happened to me was I actually had to get both knees replaced. Then I tripped and landed on the one leg that 6 weeks before had been the knee was replaced, and so that wouldn't hold me. So it actually tore my quad muscle 2 centimeters. So then with laying around because you're in a brace pretty much for 12 weeks when you tear a quad muscle, because you can't bend your leg at all. And it's a locking brace. So they come every week, every month, and then they move it a little bit more. So the muscles can get used to moving at a very slow pace. But 12 weeks of being in that brace put my body into a decondition mode. I already had a back problem. That's what gave me the fibromyalgia. I hurt my back painting, and when you combine that with all of the prior, little things that have been happening with me and my back and injuries and whatever, that one was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. So deconditioning from that, I had blood clot in my lungs, and then I went into heart failure. And they put me on medicine, didn't work. Sent me to cardiac rehab, didn't work. My EF was down to 20, and under 35 is danger zone, and 50 to 55 is normal. And what that meant was my heart was very weak and it wasn't pumping the blood as powerful as it should have been. So what they ultimately had to do was put a pacemaker in. So I have a pacemaker. I have two new knees, artificial knees, and I still deal with depression and anxiety. And because I'm in heart failure, um, it has gone back up. That worked, putting the pacemaker in. And by January of 2020, I was up to normal again. My heart's still weak, but it is going along with the guiding force of the pacemaker. So, with all of that, I was being told that should write a book or do something that I was pretty inspiring. So that's what I'm doing here. But I want to tell you today, I want to talk about fear, and I want to talk about changes. Fear of changes is what it is, and how fibromyalgia physically feels, and how changes can make you physically feel, and kind of add to that. Fear of changing is not a good thing to do. The world is full of change. Change happens every day. The sun coming up and the sun going down, well, basically our spinning around and having our climate change, our environment change. And I'm talking about natural environment, having the way that our bodies change and we grow and we age and we do all of that. There's change everywhere. If you're looking at what I just said, those are basic changes that you don't even realize are changing right in front of your eyes. And so there's other changes that come along. People go through the lives and they go through their days and their months and their years, and they interact. We interact with other people, and change is going to come. Change is going to come from that. We can't escape change. If you learn to rely on change and know that it's coming, if you're like in a situation and you're like, man, I wish this would end. It's going to end. So, and when you're in a good situation, it reminds you to take advantage of the present and be mindful and to appreciate it and tell the people that you're with that you appreciate them and you just think they're awesome. That is what I would do when you're talking about fear of changes. And then the next part was how, when changes happen, how it makes me feel physically with my fibro. And changes can be very slight normally and really wreak havoc on a person with fibromyalgia. Even this is times of the month. And I'm not talking that time of the month. I'm talking about the way that the moon is and the way that the temperatures are and the just the way that everything happens like that. For me, it really pulls on my fatigue and on my body and my weakness, because when I walk around, I feel like I'm dragging bricks behind me. I just feel like like I can't get away from feeling like my legs are just made of lead. I mean, it's horrible. And when there's changes that happen naturally, that sometimes that's affected. Sometimes I feel fine. Sometimes, I'm doing good and having a good day. Some days I really can't get out of bed, and that kind of sucks. And other things that will happen with fibromyalgia is you can get these secondary conditions. Like, for example, I have a bowel problem, not a bowel, it's a digestive problem. Digesting my food is actually what it is. So I have that I deal with, and then I've got you get OCD and anxiety and stress all go together. I actually got PTSD in 2019, and that was not fun. I was, jumping and jumping. Oh yeah, speaking of jumping, if you see me jumping, that's because I have tardive dyskinesia. I don't know if you've seen the TV commercials where they talk about medicine that you can take for it. I'm not taking any medicine for it. It's caused by another medicine. So what happens is, if this is a side condition, I don't want to take medicine for this and then have another side condition and another, and I'm just not going to go down that road. Um, However, this tardive dyskinesia can also have respiratory dyskinesia. And every time you see my mouth stumble and go up like that, that is my jaw doing it. It's sometimes I jerk so violently that it's painful. Sometimes my hands or my feet will go like this and I can't stop them. But most of the time it's me jerking, pretty powerfully. So that is one of the things, like those types of things, I would not wish on anyone. And while I have chronic back pain, um, severe chronic back pain, because it is acute, it hurts, it pulls in the muscles, and I can't seem to get the muscles in a relaxed state so that they can, do what they're supposed to do. I have some arthritis in my lower back, and arthritis is arthritis. Yeah, I get that. But when you compound it with having fibromyalgia, it is big. I mean, it's like, 20 times more symptomatic see, than without having arthritis. I mean, without having fibro. Um, let's see. What's the other thing? I am extremely fatigued all the time. Brain fog, brain fog, brain fog, brain fog. It's like this wall of mud in front of me in my mind's eye. I just have to wait until it decides it's going to fall because I can't get around it. It's too big. I can't get over it. Certainly can't get through it. And I'm just kind of stuck there. Um, Sometimes it can last just a few seconds. Sometimes it can last, I have to edit this video because every once in a while I'm going, okay, I don't remember what I was going to say. And then I just kind of have to sit there and wait till it comes to me and then I can do it. Um, it's a pain. It's really a pain. Um, and speaking of pain, the other pain that fibromyalgia has that is really just horrible to deal with is this bone. It's down deep in your bones. It's an ache that just won't go away. Now I take Lyrica for this pain and for this fatigue, and I'm on a pretty strong dose. And when I've run out of Lyrica before and they haven't had it in stock and I've had to wait. Not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be able to get it filled, but sometimes with the new way that they're, really watching all these drugs and everything with the opioid uh, crisis and all of that. Lyrica is not an opioid. It's not a I guess, yeah, an opioid. It is actually an anti-seizure, and it helps with. They found that it actually ends up helping with the fibromyalgia pain, because if I didn't take that Lyrica, then what has happened to me in the past is I pretty much I can tell immediately I feel like shit that day, and then the night by the time the nighttime comes, I'm just I can't move and I can't really think, and everything just really, really hurts. Hello? So, all these different things, they're symptomatic in their own ways. All of these, you know, um, possible things that you could possibly feel, you would have your own journey with fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. And that's not something that a person can tell you what's going to happen. I can only say what may happen. Now, I am not a medical professional. This is not advice given on any medical basis. This is simply for education or knowledge, friendly conversation. Um, I am simply somebody just telling you my telling you my experiences and my opinions. So that's that. Another thing that is another thing I want to talk about is what I'm building with Chronic Inspiration. The reason that I wanted to start it was because I wanted to build a community. I am still building that community. I invite you to look at my information down below for my Facebook page and my Facebook group and come and join us over there, as well as here on YouTube. I am wanting to get people together, female creatives really, that to come together and have a peer-to-peer support group. And I'm going to be encouraging that with many email courses and inspiration, quotes, graphics, um, giveaways, um, monthly coaching calls with me, lots of different good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And I would love for you to join us in that. It's free, nothing, no money. I will have offers going through for this or for that, and short-term things that I may come up with and think, oh, that's a brilliant idea, and I may charge like $10 for it or something. I don't know. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is dreams. What are your dreams? Like my dream, for example, I have two, and I can pivot from one to the other if necessary. The big, big, big dream is to go and travel in Europe and the UK and Ireland. Um, you can go in and out of the Schengen zone, which is in the main, pretty much our allies over there. And there's the Schengen zone that they made this big, huge border so that all the countries in between didn't have to drive from one country to the other for work or something and have to go through customs like every time. So they have this Schengen zone, and when you go into it, into any of those countries, you have to have not been in it for the previous 90 days. That's the first thing. And once you go into it, a clock starts at 90 days. Then whether you're in there or not, when that 90 days is up, you have to stay out for 90 days. So it's 90 days in, 90 days out, 90 days in, 90 days out. Whether you're in there or not, it's not 90 days of showing up. It's 90 days on a clock. So my plan is to do 90 days in that and 90 days out, which the United Kingdom is not part of that. So then that would be perfect to go and spend 90 days in the United Kingdom. That is my plan with that. That is my dream. My second dream, and probably most likely dream, because I'll probably just end up going on vacation to Europe. My second dream is to get a Class B or C motorhome. And I need to get healthy enough to do that and to do the other one. And I need to save up money to do that and to do both of them. And so that's what I'm working on right now, is trying to save up all of my money so that I can get the van and I can start traveling around. And it will be awesome. I love road trips. I think they are so much fun. I love to travel. Um, but hotels can be expensive. So this cuts it right down. So I just take all my groceries that I want, um, pack up my computer gear, and hit the road and meet all these wonderful people that I know are out there. I've known tons of people that have done this, and gone on the road and traveled around and met all these different people and go to these different campgrounds where you've got the same people that show up there year after year at the same time. And it's just, and there's all of these public domain areas where you can camp with an RV. That would be absolutely wonderful. There's no hookups. It's more just living totally off your RV. So that would be so fantastic. I would love to do that. So what is your dream? I want to know your dream, and I want you to put it down in the comments. And I wanted to kind of get a little conversation going here, because when you like this video and subscribe to it, you'll get a notification by clicking the bell when I put out another video. But I want you to come over to Facebook and join us over there. Other than that, I want you to go on and have a good week. And that's it. I'm LeeAnna with Chronic Inspiration. See ya.